Today's video is a special request by one of my dearest friends. So our video is on long division, and the strategy we're working on today is called partial quotients. So let me show you how to divide something like this using partial quotients. First, you want to take the number you're dividing by here, and you want to list it in some simple facts, a 1, a 2, and a 5 to help you along. So we're going to take 27 times 1 is 27. 27 times 2 is 54. And 27 times 5, 20 times 5 is 100, and 7 times 5 is 35, so it's 135. Now, I'm going to make some bigger numbers to use because this is a pretty large number here, okay? So a number times 1, and if you take that same number and times it by 10, you just take the answer and add 1 0 because of the 0 in the 10. So that's 270. Then I'm going to take 27 again, and this time I'm going to times it by 20. So I take my answer of 54, and I add 1 0 because 20 has 1 0. And then I take 27 again, because that's the number we're dividing by, and I times it by 50. So I take 135, and I add a 0 because there's 1 0 here. Now I have some easy numbers for me to work with. I always tell my students that I'm tutoring and stuff like this to use 1, 2, and 5 because they're simple numbers, and then to just make it 10, 20, and 50 and add the 0 so we have numbers to work with. Now we're ready to divide. So we're going to come up here, and we're going to start with our number we have here, and we want to get as close as we can to this number without going over, okay? So the closest number I have here of my easy numbers to use is 1,350. It doesn't go over. So that's multiplying it by 50. So I'm going to put 50 up here, and then I'm going to take minus my 1,350. And then I'm going to subtract to get my answer. So I got 172. Then I draw a line, and I take my 172 and I move it up over here. And then I do the same process again now that I'm left with 172. What number down here gets me as close as I can to 172 without going over? Well, that's right here. It's the 5, right? So I put a 5 up here, and then 27 times 5 is 135. So I take that out of it, and then I see what I'm left with. I'm left with 37. I stop when I get to a number that's smaller than what I'm dividing by. 37 is not smaller than what I'm dividing by. So I divide a line and I move it over and I do it again. How many 27s, how close can I get to 37 without going over? I can get 1 27 in there. So I put a 1 up here. 37 minus 27 is 10. So when I'm all done this, then I go back and I take my numbers and I add them up. So 50 plus 5 plus 1 equals 56 with a remainder of 10. So you take the partial quotient each time and you add it up to get your answer. So you get as close as you can, subtract, move that number over, get as close as you can with your easy breezy numbers, subtract, move the number over. You do that until you get to a number that is smaller than what you're dividing by. You add up your partial quotients, and whatever you're left with is your remainder. So let me give you another one to try, okay? How about you try this one? Drop it in the comments. Let's see how you did. You ready? Try 14 divided by 1,386. I literally just made it up. I don't know what the answer is. I'll write it down. I'll take a picture of it, and then you drop what you get in the comments, and we'll see if we get the same answer, okay? Remember, take this number 14, 1, 2, 5, 10, 20, 50, and use these easy numbers to help you try partial quotients. Good luck. Let me know how it goes.